Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Friday. We got 14 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get you guys in on the action. And guys, go ahead and become a member today. Sign up in the link below. We had 5 new members yesterday. David Courts, Jonelle Lamel, Jose Guapo, Up Top Boss, and It's Too Cool to Be You. Thank you guys for signing up and being a member yesterday. Let's keep them coming, guys. So yeah, go ahead and hop in there, guys. We'd love to have you guys be a part of the squad. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Horrible day yesterday. Marlins really ruined the day. Early getting dominated was not a good day. Yeah, let's hop in it. Big slate today, a lot of opportunity. 14 matchups, starting with the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Cincinnati Reds. Cardinals opening up as road favorites at -150. The Reds +130 with the over-under at 10. Pitching for the Cardinals is Adam Wainwright with an ERA of 3.0. His last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 0 runs and had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Reds is Graham Ashcraft with an ERA of 4.45. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. Cardinals coming into this on a 2-game winning streak, already beating Cincinnati in their last 2 matchups, 11-3 and 7-3. They're 8-2 in their last 10 against Cincinnati, where they've been very good. I do like Adam Wainwright on the mound, coming off a 0-run game here. Been dominant against the Reds, so I'm going to take the Cardinals on the road. Next matchup, we have the Chicago Cubs versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at -130. The Cubs +110 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Cubs is Justin Steele with an ERA of 4.15. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Phillies is Kyle Gibson with an ERA of 4.35. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 5 strikeouts. The Cubs 1-9 in their last 10. We'll see if they turn things around here in the second half of the season. Phillies coming into this on a 3-game winning streak. Cubs just 2-9 against Philly, where they have struggled. Kyle Gibson coming off really 2 good starts on the mound here, and I'm going to take the Phillies at home. I just don't trust the Cubs. They've been horrible, especially the first half of the season. We'll see how well they do in the second half. Not in love with them. So I'm going to take the Phillies on the road. Next matchup, we have the New York Yankees versus the Baltimore Orioles. Yankees opening up as road favorites at -160. Baltimore +135 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Yankees is Jameson Taillon with an ERA of 3.86. His last start, he pitched 6 innings. Gave up 1 run and had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Orioles is Tyler Wells with an ERA of 3.38. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 6 strikeouts. Yankees coming off 2 losses against Houston yesterday. Of course, I take Yankees both games, and they don't come through. So that's just how it goes. Baltimore, great first half of the season for Baltimore. I mean, man, they played so good. Played very well here. Man, part of me's liking Baltimore +1.5 at home here. They've just been so fun to bet on here. They've been a covering machine as the underdog. Didn't cover last game against Tampa, but that's okay. Nonetheless, they've been on a huge winning streak before that. They've played very good before All-Star break. And the Yankees just 3-7 in their last 10. Not playing very hot at all right now. Which, I'm sure the Yankees will get it going again here. Baltimore is riding an 8-game home winning streak here. I'm going to take the Orioles plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we have the San Diego Padres versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up as home favorites at minus 185. The Padres plus 155 with the over-under at 6.5. Pitching for the Padres is Yu Darvish with an ERA of 3.41. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 9 strikeouts. Padres coming off an Arizona loss before the break. Mets coming off, a Cubs loss, even though they dominated that series. Padres just 3-10 on the road. Not the best road team here. Love Max Scherzer on the mound for the Mets. It's only given up 3 runs in his last 3 starts here. And I like the Mets at home. Playing good at home. Padres playing bad on the road. I'm going to take the Mets in this one. Next matchup, we have the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Boston Red Sox. Both teams in a pick'em scenario at minus 110 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Blue Jays is Kevin Gausman with an ERA of 2.87. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Red Sox is Nathan Eovaldi with an ERA of 3.34. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Both pitchers playing very good. Goslin's only given up 2 runs in his last 3 starts. Eovaldi's only given up 3, so both pitchers playing very well. Toronto coming into this on a 3-game winning streak. Boston just 3-7 in their last 10 where they have struggled. But second half of the season here, Toronto 1-8 on the road. Just not a good road team. It's been one of their probably biggest flaws here. I know Boston's struggling here. I'm going to take Boston plus 1.5 in a pick'em scenario at home. I know they're coming into the struggling, but it's a new second half of the season. I feel like a lot of teams are going to have a fresh slate. It's a new start for them. Toronto struggling on the road. Both pitchers pitching very well. So I think it could be a pretty close matchup here. So I'm going to take the Red Sox plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Angels versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at minus 150. The Angels plus 130 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the Angels is Shohei Ohtani with an ERA of 2.38. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 12 strikeouts. He's only allowed 1 run in his last 3 starts. Pitching for the Braves is Charlie Morton with an ERA of 4.45. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Angels just 2-8 in their last 10, coming off a 3-game losing streak. Atlanta coming off a Washington loss. And, not in love with. It sucks because I do like Ohtani on the mound. Angels misses some players, no Mike Trout, which definitely hurts. Atlanta playing very well. Angels 1-8 in their last 9, where they've struggled big time here. I really do like Ohtani, but man, I just don't trust the Angels after him. I'm gonna take the Braves at home. I don't hate the potential of an upset with the Angels, especially with Ohtani on the mound, but man, they've just been horrible. Even when he pitches well, I just like the Braves. Braves playing too good. I'm going to take Atlanta at home. Next matchup, we have the Cleveland Guardians versus the Chicago White Sox. White Sox opening up as home favorites at minus 150. The Guardians plus 125 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for Cleveland is Cal Quantrill with an ERA of 3.75. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the White Sox is Lucas Giolito with an ERA of 4.69. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Cleveland coming into this on a 3-game winning streak. These teams did play a 4-game series kind of right before the All-Star break. Cleveland, both teams splitting a pair of wins, both teams getting 2 wins in those matchups. Definitely a series that can go either way. Cleveland is 6-3 in their last 9 against the White Sox. And I sure I trust White Sox minus 150. Pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers giving up a good bit of runs here, so I'm gonna take Cleveland plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Colorado Rockies versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers opening up as home favorites at minus 280. The Rockies plus 225 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Rockies is Antonio Senzatella with an ERA of 4.95. His last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 1 strikeout. Pitching for the Brewers is Corbin Burns with an ERA of 2.14. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 10 strikeouts. He's only given up 2 runs in his last 3 starts. He's been phenomenal. Colorado 7-3 in their last 10, playing pretty well. Brewers 3-7 in their last 10. But, the Rockies just 0-5 against the Brewers, so they have struggled against Milwaukee. I think it's a good, fresh start for Milwaukee to start the second half. Get a nice matchup with the Rockies, especially with Corbin Burns on the mound. I like the Brewers at home. Next matchup, we have the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Kansas City Royals. Looks like the Royals are opening up as slight home favorites at minus 110. Tampa Bay minus 105 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Rays is Drew Rasmussen with an ERA of 3.22. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Royals is Brad Keller with an ERA of 4.15. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 8 strikeouts. Tampa Bay coming into this, coming off a nice win against Baltimore. They're 15-5 against Kansas City, 8-3 on the road against the Royals, where they've been pretty dominant. I like Rasmussen on the mound, been solid all year for Tampa. We're taking Tampa Bay on the road. If they are if they do end up being the underdog here, it does say they're minus 105. So if you can get them plus 1.5 officially, man, Tampa Bay plus 1.5 on the road. Love that play. But nonetheless, I would still take Tampa Bay money line on the road. Next matchup, we have the Texas Rangers versus the Oakland Athletics. Rangers opening up as road favorites at minus 115. Oakland minus 105 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the Rangers is Spencer Howard with an ERA of 6.97. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for Oakland is Cole Irvin with an ERA of 3.21. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Irvin's been very good on the mound for Oakland this season. Rangers coming off an 8-0 win against Miami yesterday. Oakland coming off a 5-0 win yesterday, splitting a pair of wins, or splitting a win yesterday in the doubleheader against Detroit. I'm liking Oakland plus 1.5 at home. I like Cole Irvin on the mound. It's been really good. Spencer Howard, not the best here. Definitely vulnerable to giving up a lot of runs here. So I'm going to take a shot with Oakland plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we have the San Francisco Giants versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at minus 135. The Giants plus 125 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Dodgers is Tyler Anderson with an ERA of 2.96. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Giants is Logan Webb with an ERA of 2.83. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Dodgers beating the Giants yesterday 9-6. Giants just 1-4 on the road against the Dodgers here. And the Dodgers coming into this 9-1 in their last 10, playing great baseball. Pretty even pitching matchup. Going to probably be a pitching duel. Both pitchers pitching very well. And, man, I just feel like I'm going to take the Dodgers at home. Playing good. Like Tyler Anderson on the mound. Like Logan Webb, too. I mean, Giants do have some upside potential, but I'm going to stick with the Dodgers at home. All right, next matchup, we have the Houston Astros versus the Seattle Mariners. Astros opening up a slight road favorite. It's at -115. Seattle -105 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Astros is Jose Urquidy with an ERA of 4.26. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Pitching for the Mariners is Marco Gonzalez with an ERA of 3.50. His last start, hold up 1 second. Yeah, Marco's last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Not the best game against the Rangers for Marco Gonzalez. Houston coming into this on a 2-game winning streak yesterday, beating the Yankees, played very well. Seattle came into All-Star break on a monster win streak, still on the win streak. Let's see what it is. I think it's 13. For a 14-game win streak, 13 or 14, could be wrong. Might have read it too fast. But yeah, monster win streak for the Mariners. How can you not still ride the Mariners? 6-0 at home right now, playing very well. And you can get a +1.5. If anything, during this streak, they've been winning outright. And let's see, in their last 10 games, they've been the underdog 3 or 4 times here in the last 10, and they've covered with a win. Taking the Seattle +1.5 at home. And then if you want to get just really good value, take them on the money line as well. But even they're plus at -155 for +1.5 for the most hot, probably the hottest team in baseball right now. Give me Seattle +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we have the Washington Nationals versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. This matchup could not find any info on, guys. That's just how it is. On a big slate, it's usually like 1 or 2 games I can't find any kind of info whatsoever on. And this is just one of those matchups. The only info I do have for this game is that pitching for the Diamondbacks is Zach Gallen with an ERA of 3.65. Yeah, just no real info here. Washington 1-9 in their last 10. Arizona 3-7 in their last 10. Washington been struggling big time. Probably just going to stay away from this matchup. Way better games on the slate. We'll see what the line ends up being, but if I had to choose, really, I'd probably lean with Arizona at home here. And then the last matchup, we have the Miami Marlins versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. And this is the other matchup I could not find much info on at all. The only info I can find is that pitching for the Marlins is Braxton Garrett with an ERA of 3.70. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 11 strikeouts. Miami on a 4-game losing streak, coming off a bad loss against the Rangers yesterday. Pittsburgh 1-4 in their last 5. Miami is 7-2 on the road, so they are getting it done on the road. We'll see what the lines ends up being, but after that loss yesterday, I'll probably staying away from this matchup. I am going to take Miami on the road. I just not in love with the Pirates, but I'm probably not betting on the Marlins. Just the way they let me down yesterday. Going to keep them out of everything today. No need to really bet on this game. But if I had to lean, I would probably take the Marlins on the road. And that's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Friday, guys. and become a member, guys. Go ahead and hop in there. 100 members, we will be doing member only live streams, so we'll get there pretty soon. So you guys want to be a part of that. So yeah, appreciate it. Good luck. Have a good one.